Hey folks, it's Babbaginator. We're back in Long Dark. Sure we are. We are going to forge. That's where we left off. See how much coal we're carrying on us. 21 pieces. Good stuff. Okay, we got tinder. We got fire. Long day ahead of us. Let's go over here and break down some more firewood. Okay. Should we sleep first and forge? We only have 3 days. We're foraging. Okay. We already pilfered this? Yeah. Frozen angler it is. Yeah, just a heads up, I'll probably take a short break at some point. Started the stream and then realized I have not actually eaten my dinner. So there may be a 5-minute break somewhere in there where I get my dinner, which is almost done cooking. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How much firewood do we have? 19 pieces. Okay, we got good. Sits in that. Yeah, those of you joining us for the first time, I'm Babbaginator, or most people just call me Baba. I am a Long Dark streamer, but I'm also a writer. I'm the author of 2 books of poetry. I'm also a former computer games programmer. I also am a big D&D nerd, both as a player and as a DM with many, many years of experience. And I'm kind of an academic and kind of a librarian and kind of a lot of different things. So, yeah, feel free to ask me all sorts of strange questions. I'll do my best to answer. Sometimes read poetry on this channel. Sometimes we will read from works in the public domain. So there's we're doing Maltese Vulcan little bit by little bit, and then we're also... Some people request me to read from my dissertation, which was on 19th century artificial intelligence and how the machine becomes a person in the Victorian imagination. So some people find that's kind of interesting and fun. So hey, we'll read it for them if they want it. Okay, let's get into this. This has got 2 hours on it. So we'll just do 2 hours here. Okay. We know we definitely need a knife, so let's do that. Okay, so what else do we want? We want the hatchet. That will leave us with 9 pieces, which is 18. That'll be enough. Okay. Okay, 2 hours. Six hours left. How much do we have? Yep, Porch died. Uh-oh. Does not sound good out there.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
We're gonna go upstairs. We'll sleep for, say, we'll sleep for 2 hours. Just try to get a little bit of condition back.
not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, do we leave the hammer behind? I think we might want to leave the hammer behind. It's heavy and we don't really need it anymore. What else can we afford to leave behind? Okay, let's leave a water behind.
I need anything right about now.
Okay, let's try to get back here. Oh, we might as well do this. Do this little cheat here where we crouch down and end up in a different trailer
I'm not sure I
altogether.
can carry much more.
We'll take that. Is that the bear? Did we hear the bear?
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, I think we can do this. I think we can rest and make it. Check the den. We'll see. See if the bear's out there or not. Okay, I don't like my prospects of
So hungry.
yeah, I don't think we should go out there in the dark. The weather is fine, but it's a big gamble as to whether or not we find the bedroll. If we don't find the bedroll, then
With this much gear.
we'll be far from our closest bed. This will be our closest bed. So let's take our rest here. See what we got. Do we have antibiotics? Yes, we do. Okay, so we're going to gamble here. Okay, that's good. Can afford to read for an hour.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yeah, figure it. See, started to get windy. We would have been stuck out there using up our precious flares.
Oh, I'm starving.
Okay, we are going to take a short break while I go take care of my food that just finished up. See you in a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. A relatively quick dinner.
I need to find food.
Why was it quick? Well, because it was based on leftovers. I made sweet potato curry a few days ago. As you know, curry gets better as it ages. And then I also put into the air fryer breaded chicken cutlets, so that I would have a little bit of protein. Well, I guess the sweet potatoes are part of the protein there, but
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
hold on a second. Okay, let's certainly have enough cloth for our next part of our journey. Two. That's not good. Okay, we better hope we find. Oh, this is not good.
That could be worse.
Gotta get cloth in case we don't get the bedroll. Where's our...
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Day 15, it's time to leave. But before we leave, we need to try for the bedroll.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear. I need something to eat.
Just so windy right now. I don't like this.
I'm not sure I can carry much more. Gotta warm up somehow.
Or are there two of them? Why are there two?
Think.
Go away. Go away. Okay. Go away. And go away. Go away. It's not what I want. That was a waste.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Let's hope we find the bedroll in here. Make it all worthwhile. Forcey's here.
Come on, little fire. Perfect. Come on, little fire. Come on.
Okay, bedroll, please show up. Got so much distance to cover here. Okay. Yeah, if you're lurking and new to this channel, I'm Babbaginator, stream Belong Dark. And I am apparently completely out of luck. There is no bedroll here. It was a big gamble and we did not win. Okay, let's get out of here. No bedroll. What we struck out. Where could it be?
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Go away, go away. Okay, getting out of here.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, keep forgetting to put this out there. So here's my bio, and here's the challenge we're doing. Yeah, we got those flares and we used them all up. That was kind of sad. We didn't even get a bedroll to show for that effort.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Hey, Termuse! How are you doing? How's Toronto treating you? Oh, actually, yeah, we need to update that. We are already at day 15, which is our time to leave, so we are at 3 out of 3. It's time to go. see here. Yeah, we did the forge at the beginning of the stream. It's a chance to have some actual food and guts.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Maybe we should take it.
Come on, little friend.
Yeah, this is a long weekend for me. I had to use my vacation time, so I decided to use some of it to have a double long weekend. So last weekend was a long weekend, and then this week I had, then at the end of last week on Friday I took a day off, and then today and tomorrow are off for me as well. So I had a pretty chill day. I slept in a little bit this morning, and what else did I do? I went to Value Village to see if I could find a few more summer appropriate clothes because, like I mentioned before, I mistakenly packed for winter and didn't really plan a summer wardrobe for myself. So I've been trying to, on a budget, figure out how to solve that. But I found a few more things. And then I went to one of the people in my Tuesday night D&D group. Their mother is a author as well and had a book launch tonight, so I went and supported them. So it was kind of fun. Then I got back. It was about half an hour later than I planned on getting back, but it's good. Okay, I'll cook this in here. No, last week actually both groups ended up taking the week off, so I ended up no games last week. This week we should be back to normal. So I guess last week I had a D&D vacation. Didn't have to. Like, I think even my Saturday group was off. So yeah, so I had no D&D at all this past week. Very strange.
not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
The big excitement for today was I've been trying to replace my license plates, but there was a bolt for the rear license plate that was stuck. And I couldn't get it. How could I put it? I got it loose, but it was spinning around because I couldn't get the housing that it screws into. Not really a bolt, kind of a plastic housing thing. I couldn't get it to stay put, and it would just rotate instead. And so I was worried I was going to have to take it into the mechanic, because actually I ended up having to do that last time I ran into this problem when I was changing plates. But I gave it another shot this morning, and I had an idea. So I tried something where I could wedge something underneath the partially loosened bolts so that I could put pressure on the bolt and the housing to be more tense, more locked in, so it wouldn't rotate around as much. So I put pressure, like used a little tool to kind of wedge underneath and lever it taut, and then I could use a screwdriver to loosen it, and it worked. I got it off, and then I was able to put the new license plates on. So that's the last step in my move to Ontario. Now all my paperwork, all my plates, everything, all my registrations, everything are all set up properly. Yep. So yeah, I'd say it was a semi-productive day. It wasn't a terribly productive day, but I got some things done. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to focus on some creative projects that need to get worked on, and then since I'm not working tomorrow, I also have a few extra hours to plan out some encounters for tomorrow night's D&D session. And we're getting out of here in time.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Nope, we don't want no lead. So yeah, so back to work on Wednesday. Although I'm toying with working from home on Wednesday because I don't think I have anything pressing that requires me to be in the office. Thursday, Friday, back in the office as usual. What kind of position are you looking for right now? Something that fits around your streaming schedule? No. uh, Imagine if you put that as a criteria for your jobs. I'm only interested in this position if it'll allow me to continue to stream for 5 hours a day. Yeah, I don't blame you. Retail is hard, and summertime, got to deal with all the tourists too. I don't enjoy sort of frontline sales stuff. It's not really for me. I can put up with being the public face in a at a table or a booth at a at an event fair of some sort. But that takes a lot of energy out of me, and then I pretty much need to crash for at least each day that I'm up there in the public. Oh, we forgot. We need to roll. We don't even know how long we're supposed to be here. Let's roll. Why now? Is it a 1? That's a 1. Lucky us.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, we were able to repair it. Yay. You'd have to build a new one completely from scratch. It was a one. Yes, it's still there.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah, there's two types of D4s. Ones that put them on the top and ones that put them on the bottom. There are also these non-pyramid looking D4s that I've also seen sold, but we're not doing one of those.
The sun is setting. It's going to get a lot colder soon.
Okay, starting to get a little sleepy. Let's figure this out. We probably start thinking about wrapping up. Just a short stream tonight. Oh, it's been a long day. Yeah, so tomorrow my plans are D&D in the evening, but during the daytime I'm going to try to... Might work on a new short story or some new poetry. And also start working on planning out the Q&A for... So I'm the moderator for an event, a literary event coming up in June. We need to prepare some questions so I can run them past the writer to make certain that she is fine with those questions and has time to think about them. And then I also need to start working on my keynote speech for an event in July. So lots to work on. But I think I can tell already I'm going to get sleepier and sleepier if I don't take my go to bed soon. So let's try to sleep for 3 hours. 13. Do 2 this time.
I can barely walk with this much gear. I could eat anything.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm starving.
Okay, we might as well be somewhat productive.
Oh, I'm starving.
Okay, so get ready for Coastal Highway, which we don't know.
Not sure I can go much more.
Okay. 16, it is time to go. So we'll save the actual departure for next time. I think we'll just call it a little easy tonight. Okay, so let's wrap this up. All healed up, mostly rested up. All saved. Yeah. Okay, we'll read something before we go, and then we'll see you all Wednesday night. Wednesday night, originally, there was a possibility of me not making it, but my scheduling conflict has disappeared, so I am going to stream for certain on Wednesday night. And it will probably be a full length, probably close to 2 hours, I think. But yeah, tonight I'm just a little bit sleepy, so. Even if I slept in, I still was walking around a lot today, so. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see, what are we going to read tonight? Poem Chooser. Says Letter from Home. That's the original. No, that's the... Yeah, we've done that one recently. Let's try something else. Letter 35. Okay. I don't think we've done that one recently. Letter 35. Which one is that? Yeah, we did that not long ago. Letter 50? Yeah, I feel like we've done that for a bit. We've done that one a lot. Maybe I'll just have to pick something. One more try. Let's see. We haven't done that one for a while. We'll do that. Mortician's Bookkeeper. This is from the first book of poetry. From the Lost Country, a Sight, winner of the Philip Levine Prize, published in by Anhinga Press in 2008. This is a odd little poem called The Mortician's Bookkeeper. You arrive early to work, clothed in a careful black which you peel off layer by layer, till white-sleeved and tieless you descend into the stacks, crunch numbers until the sun slips out through the back door. When things are slow, you too might slip into a crowd of strangers, fill an otherwise empty room, or watch a casket burn in the brick oven. Sometimes you help the dead dress, comb back a loose hair, close an eye, add color to their drying lips. Some are so light you could lift them, with a hand placed under the neck, another arm stretched out to gather the body at the knees, and walk like a mother with a sleepless child in a slow circle by the window light, or the way a man with calloused hands might carry his new bride up a long, dark flight of stairs. So I think I mentioned this story before, but for those of you who are catching this later, not familiar with this, this poem was inspired by a conversation I had at like a singles mixer. Singles mixers. Me and singles mixers don't mix very well, honestly. I always find myself not often meeting people that I have anything in common with. But this was an odd conversation I had with this young woman who was worked as a mortician's bookkeeper, and I thought, what a bizarre profession. You know, it's not bizarre. It's not like circus ringleader or lion tamer or something like that, or hand model. You're the hand double for like a well-known actress who hates their own hands, which I have met someone that did that. No, you work as a mortician's bookkeeper, and she was telling me that what the job entailed beyond just simple, keeping track of the books, was the fact that often there would be services in which very few people, the deceased did not have family or friends that would show up. Or there would be one or two people that would show up. And so the staff at the mortuary had the practice of, like, if they ever felt like the service was going to be too small, they would all get dressed up in their formal, wear, and they would be back, inside the service, to fill in some seats. So someone is there to mourn the person or to witness their passage, And so, and I thought it was a very moving, way that she described what they did. Obviously there's a practical point to, like, if someone wanders in, they really don't want to be the only person in there. So you want to have a few people in there already. But I did find it was quite moving, and so it stuck with me. And then, like a number of years later, I went back and I thought about that job title, mortician's bookkeeper, and it led me to kind of imagine, the different ways in which, tenderness can exist, compassion can exist in these spaces. Even though I also know that often these places are run very much with an eye to the bottom line, and sometimes corners are cut. Sometimes they do other things that are really deeply unethical and disturbing. Nonetheless, I had this particular character in mind, and so the poem kind of grew out of that sort of thinking about what would a person who is a bookkeeper for a mortician, be like in this moment. And how does that kind of transform into these other images at the end? So anyways, that was kind of where we came from. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so let's figure out who we can go raid. Yeah, Saturday I went to another singles mixer event. This one was put on by, it was more of a regional event for singles in my church community. And I was definitely fish out of water. I don't know. I don't like this getting older because like the events and the activities you go to tend to draw. I now am in the bracket where the people that are attending those events are significantly older than me, and personality wise, culture wise, interest wise, I align much more with people who are anywhere between like 10 to 25 years younger than me. And that's probably because I keep going back to do more graduate school. And so, like, the way I think, the way that the things that I care about, my pop culture connections and references all align, not completely, but, more with a younger crowd. And yet, I also find it too weird to try to, like, think of people who are significantly younger than me as dateable material. So I'm like, no. So, like, I don't know. I don't fit anywhere. It's okay. It's okay. Let us figure out where we can go. TLD. Hyperman is on. QC Gaming is on. Mousy Plays Games is on. Yeah, I don't recognize as many people. Okay, Gun Loper with QC Gaming. Oh, but doing Bo. Maybe we will visit QC Gaming. Oh, they're on break. Okay, so let's, guess we're going to view Hyperman. I don't know. Try something completely new. Well, people are trying story. But yeah, I'm just not really seeing. Okay, so I guess we'll. Who's this? Okay, I guess we're going QC Gaming. Or not QC Gaming, Hyperman. Okay, I've yet to play episode 5, so heads up, folks. This is an episode 5 stream. So if you are not playing the episode yet or haven't played it yet, then spoiler alert, that's what's happening. I will probably lurk for a little bit, and then I'll probably pop off and try to get some sleep. So, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. We will, those of you joining us later on YouTube or watching the archive on Twitch, you're welcome to, I don't know, like, subscribe, check out more things later. But we're going to head out now. So, thank you all. We'll see you on the other side of the raid.